So it was a very emotional thing. And it was like a spiritual center of the film. And of course, it's real, but it's a metaphor as well. A woman, she is rebuilding her life as much as her house.
Hi, Felida. How are you
Right.
doing today?
Good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. It's a pleasure to be talking to you. And because Mamma Mia is one of my favorite movies, so it's a pleasure. But I would like to know what was about Claire's script that got your attention and wanted to for you to be part of this project.
Yeah. So um, I think we've seen and maybe read the story of an abused woman, an abused character before, and seen it in movies. But I hadn't read a story that was actually seemed to be sort of speaking, as it were, directly to women who are in this situation and saying, maybe there is a life once you have left, once you've crossed that threshold. And I hadn't seen anything that contained this sense of hope and possibility and what might happen when a community comes together to help a woman in this situation. It wasn't a fairy tale. Um, Luck comes to her, but it comes kind of not from where she's expecting it. So I just felt this is her first piece of writing. It had so much light and shade. It was kind of savage, but it was also full of humor. And above everything else, I wanted to help get Claire onto the screen. I felt the world needed to see her. And if it was in a piece of her own writing, then all the better.
Yeah, yeah. I think the movie is a little painful to watch, but it's necessary, and I enjoy. I think it was very important to have this type of movie, this type of story, especially right now in the middle of the pandemic, because I think the increase of the domestic violence increased a lot, right? So I think it was well done, like very beautifully done. And I
Thank
agree with you that we brought Claire to the screen. She's very talented. How's like work with her?
Great. I mean, we'd worked together for many years before we did this movie. So we had a lot of trust between us. We'd been on crazy journeys together in both London and New York. And we'd also were working with Harriet, who plays Peggy, who's the lady who gives her the house. So the three of us were like great friends. And I think we didn't waste any energy on anything other than just the screen. It wasn't complicated. Of course, as a director, you're going to be like, sometimes you're pushing somebody to go further, sometimes you're holding them back because you want to kind of get more contrast. But all of this was very practical. And I just wanted to help her somehow save her energy because every day was like this massive, she was climbing Mount Everest emotionally and she was on the floor by the end of each day. But yeah, I'm really proud of what she's done.
Yeah, and the house, you like building the house on set, as you said, is very practical. And I was amazed and how how good it was, like the way that she interacted with that and with the girls. Did you guys how much was like to build the house? How much time did you spend doing that?
Yeah, so Claire and I went on a course a year before to learn how to build that house. And we learnt how to use very dangerous tools and how to saw really well. And we'd done a lot of research into it. We knew the architect who designed it. And it was an incredible thing to have this house on the set that we'd scrape the grass off the earth, we'd go away for a few days and shoot something else. And when we came back, it was like, oh my God, the frame, and the crew used to come around the corner of the garden and go, wow, every time the house changed. So it was a very emotional thing. And it was like a spiritual center of the film. And of course, it's real, but it's a metaphor as well. A woman, she is rebuilding her life as much as her house.
Yeah, and especially the end that you can see, but I don't want to spoil to anyone because everybody needs to watch it. But I think it was the metaphor is right there. Philida, thank you so much for your time. It's a pleasure to talk to you. I cannot wait for your next project and a lot of success.
Thank you, Jana. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. If you like this video, don't forget to comment, to like, and subscribe to our channel right here.